Mike? Thank you. Do I turn it on?
You can just right before we start, which will be in just a moment.
Okay.
So it just needs a few seconds between when you switch it on before you start speaking.
It's yours.
I'm gonna sit here until we're introduced.
Call my name. What do I do? Too many things.
I would say go stand in the front and start kind of.
Huh? Now?
We have to take it off the frame, so everything, the fenders and everything is there, but now we have to take it all apart to hopefully it goes back together, right?
It's not 1:30 yet.
Yeah. I'm recording, I belong to the landscape modeling.
They all look the same.
It takes me a long time to do.
He sees the room in parts.
Good afternoon. We'll be getting started in just a moment. Well, welcome, everybody. My name is Arlene Jordan, and I'm a Master Guide Dog Instructor. I'm one of the class instructors for this class. Thank you for joining our celebration today, both in person and virtually. We are live streaming from Guide Dogs for the Blind in California campus. Whether you're enjoying the celebration in person or virtually via live stream, and if it's your first, second, or 30th graduation, welcome. We are so glad to be with you. Last year was our 80th anniversary, and we have much to celebrate. We are here to celebrate 2 new Canine Buddy teams, 5 new guide dog teams, as well as applaud the generosity of all of those who have helped make today happen. Our puppy raisers, thank you for helping us prepare these special dogs for this role. We literally could not fulfill our mission without you. So thank you, everybody. You put your heart and soul in each of the dogs, and it shows. We look forward to hearing from you, from some of you today. Our donors, thank you for helping us provide a lifetime support for our alumni at no cost to them. We don't receive any government funding, so we are very thankful for your support, so thank you. At this, I would like to thank Frank for sponsoring client Philip Dimion and his guide, Grateful's Harness. And our team, and our team sponsor for today is George S. and Dolores Dor Ecluse Foundation of Salt Lake City, Utah, sponsoring Linda, Disney, and Brooke. The George S. Dolores Dor Ecluse Foundation gives grants for projects and programs throughout Utah in the following areas: arts and culture, community education, healthcare, and preservation and conservation. Our volunteers and employees, thank you for all you do to support our mission. Whether you're helping by working with our dogs in administration or directly with our clients, we are so grateful for all that you do. We want to share a short video about our mission. This video is audio descripted, so in addition to the narrative, you'll hear a second voice describing scenes in the video. Captions are also included. These exclusive features ensure everyone can access and enjoy the video.
Logos, Guide Dogs for the Blind and Guide Dogs for the Blind International.
Hello, I'm Noah Wiley.
A mama nurses a litter.
There's a special magic about guide dogs for the blind.
Puppy bellies and wiggling tails.
Some might say it's the dogs.
Puppies squirm in a pile.
These courageous guides who change people's lives.
2 black puppies at a gate. Outside, a woman hugs her guide dog.
There's magic in the people too.
A man walks with his dog. An older puppy licks a woman's cheek.
Like the volunteer puppy raisers.
Volunteers with
Who
puppies.
socialize and care for puppies in their homes.
Out walking in their neighborhood.
Encouraging them to explore new surroundings.
Riding the train.
Giving them love and guidance
In the park.
to help prepare them to be a guide dog.
And in a group at the airport.
And when it's time, part ways so that the puppy they have raised can go on to change someone's life.
A team on a city sidewalk.
When dogs return to our campuses, our world-class instructors work their magic to maximize each dog's potential to become highly skilled, smart, and loving companions.
Instructors with dogs.
Teaching each dog how to safely guide someone who is blind or visually impaired through the world. When they're at home,
Relaxing by a fireplace.
hiking,
On a forest trail.
visiting friends,
At a picnic table.
catching a plane,
Navigating baggage claims.
heading downtown,
In a city crosswalk.
across town,
Along a riverfront.
taking public transportation,
At a train station.
or heading to work.
Riding an escalator.
They will even disobey a command if it means keeping their handlers safe.
People with guides in their neighborhoods.
Those who are on the other end of the harness might say the magic is there, moving freely through the world with ease, confidence, and independence. Along the way, helping them develop new relationships, connect with new people, building stronger, more compassionate communities.
A group of people with their guide dogs in Chinatown.
We know there is magic in these partnerships.
A woman hugs her dog.
The bonds that are formed,
Another kisses her dog's head.
the places they
A
go,
group of people and guide dogs at the Golden Gate Bridge.
the dreams that come true.
A woman leads small boys on a walk with her dog.
It's in the care,
Playing in a yard.
the friendship,
A woman pets a
the
dog.
lifetime of love.
Lying in her lap.
It's the ability to live a fuller life without limits.
A woman scales an indoor climbing wall.
At Guide Dogs for the Blind, you are part of an amazing community that works together to make these partnerships possible at no cost to our clients.
Vets give checkups.
A community that helps us care for the health of our dogs over their lifetime. A community that provides the necessary training to help prepare potential clients for the guide dog lifestyle.
Instructors with clients.
A community that gives children in our youth programs the opportunity to experience the magic of a guide dog, to see if having a dog may be right for them.
Children interact and play with dogs.
A community that makes dreams of inclusion, enhanced confidence,
Clients walk with dogs.
mobility, independence, and companionship come true.
A man with his dog on the beach.
That's the magic of Guide Dogs for the Blind.
Share an orange sunset.
And it's all because of you.
He hugs his dog. Blackout. Logos. Guide Dogs for the Blind and Guide Dogs for the Blind International. The light fades to black. Share an orange sunset.
And it's all because of you.
He hugs his dog. Blackout. Logos. Guide Dogs for the Blind and Guide Dogs for the Blind International. The light fades to black.
I would like to introduce the class instructors for Class 985. Apprentice instructor, Alyssa Berg. Dog program manager and our class supervisor, Melanie Harris. Qualified instructor, Jessica Shockley, who will be introducing our class presentation today.
All right, I am lucky that I'm going to get to introduce the Canine Buddy teams that are going to be represented today, as well as the client teams that are here and at home. So I'm going to start with our Canine Buddy program and a little bit snippet about that, since that's pretty new for us. We are excited to have the ability to reach more individuals within the community of visual impairment and allow greater inclusion with the clients we serve. In fall of 2022, we expanded our program to serve clients ages 5 and above, including adults across the U.S. and now Canada. The Canine Buddy program is one of our core client programs, and teams have access to similar levels of service as our guide dog teams, including the veterinary financial assistance program and follow-up support. Canine buddy dogs are not service dogs, but are wonderful companions that bring joy, confidence, responsibility, and connection to the GDB community. So, two of those graduates that are happening today are not here, so I will be reading notes from their puppy raisers and from the clients. The first team I'll be recognizing today is Paul Robertson of Tacoma, Washington, who received Shakespeare, a male black Labrador retriever. He was raised by Lynn and Dan Hobbs of Medford, Oregon. So a note from the client. He said, on February 2nd, 2022, at about 10 a.m., Marianne's and my life changed in ways that we had not imagined. When the GDB van arrived, this is from the puppy raiser, not from the client. When the GDB van arrived and the driver opened the black hatch, there was Shakespeare. He immediately filled our home with love and joy. When we saw that beautiful black lab, we were so thrilled. We had prepared for him thanks to the excellent instructions we had received from the GDB staff. After a few walks and a lot of petting and his first dinner with us, it was time for bed. We took him into our bedroom and put him on a large dog bed, attached the two tie-downs that were recommended. Without any resistance, he curled up and went right to sleep. He has had full run of our house and has never caused us any problems. We take him with us most everywhere we go, and wherever we go, people say, "What a handsome dog." And every child asks to pet him. Shakespeare loves meeting people. On Sunday morning, he goes to church with us, and he lays on the floor by my feet and sleeps through the service. As we walk out the door, I believe he gets more greetings than my wife and I. He has been a delight to us, and we are so happy that he has become a very important part of our lives. Thank you for providing such a wonderful companion. He has greatly enriched our lives. Photo up on the screen is of Paul and his wife. They are standing in a yard with Shakespeare, of course, that male black Labrador retriever. Now, a note from the raisers, Lynn and Dan Hobbs. My husband Dan and I are very excited that Shakespeare has been placed with Paul. It sounds to us that they are a perfect match for each other. Dan and I began raising puppies in 1993. We have raised many puppies. Shakespeare was one of the most smart and fun pups we have ever had the honor to raise. He was very curious and eager to learn. Shakespeare was always up for a good time in a very nice way. He loved his trophy of his toys, but would willingly share them with his human and his canine buddies. Shakespeare enjoyed meeting his canine friends at puppy meetings. They were happy to greet each other, but were also that they enjoyed their job and the training opportunities. Shakespeare loved to learn new things and was so proud of himself when he caught on. All the things were fun for Shakespeare and for us grown-ups, but the best time was in the evenings when the day was done. We were all tired and would enjoy snuggle time on the floor while watching a little TV. What a special dog Shakespeare is. You are very lucky to have each other. The new photos on the screen are of two images. The first image is of Shakespeare, a male black Labrador retriever, sitting in front of a pink flowers in his green puppy jacket. The second image on the screen is Shakespeare in a sit, looking up with puppy dog eyes, which I agree. All right, the second Canine Buddy team that we are recognizing today is Teresa Sage of Morgan Hill, California, who received Kona. Kona is a female black Labrador retriever who was raised by Rihanna Soares of Fremont, California. The picture on the screen is of Teresa and her husband sitting in their home with Kona, a male black Labrador retriever. A note from Rihanna is that Kona, aka Kona Boo, was such a loving and playful puppy to raise for Guide Dogs for the Blind. When Kona wasn't playing with her bones, she was cuddled up next to you for all of the love and scratches. I will always be grateful for the experiences I shared with Kona, specifically our cabin trips to Arnold, and I will forever hold her in my heart. She has been a remarkable dog, and I know she will be a great canine buddy to her new partner. I wish Kona and Teresa all the best as they embark on this journey together. Love you, Kona Boo. The picture on the screen is Kona, who is smiling and wagging her tail as she enjoys an afternoon in her puppy raiser's backyard. All right, I will move on to the next portion of graduation, getting to our clients who are graduating with their guides. First, I have up Linda Disney. She is from Linden, Utah, and is receiving her first guide, Brooke. Brooke is a female yellow Labrador retriever. Linda enjoys getting out for many activities, including walking, traveling, cooking, spending time with friends, advocacy work, and vacationing via cruise ship. Linda is looking forward to being more independent and traveling with her new companion at her side. Brooke was raised by Aaliyah Marks of San Carlos, California, Haley Suda, and Julie McCullough of Mountain View, California. All right, Linda, you're up.
Everything I had planned, I lost when I met these wonderful puppy raisers. My heart is so full for them and the efforts that they put in, as well as this wonderful program, Guide Dogs for the Blind. It's been an eye-opener to learn, but more importantly, to see the details and all the work, all the science behind it, all the special care, everything from the puppies when they're in the little puppy center that we got to visit. And each stage, they pay such attention to details in preparing these dogs for every step along the way. And I'm so grateful for everyone, the vets, the trainers. Jessica has been a wonderful trainer. And I'm so grateful for her knowledge, her experience, and that I've had this opportunity to learn. I do feel so much more confident, and I'm so looking forward to coming home and introducing her to my dear friends, and then be able to have a whole world of adventure out there. It's so lovely to know that I'm going to be able to go out with more confidence and just strive and explore the world. Brooke will be very happy. She will be gone a lot. We will be traveling and doing things. Thank you. I'm sorry.
No worries. Alrighty, so my name is Haley Suda, and Brooke was my family's 8th puppy. When our previous puppy was recalled, it was the spring semester of my senior year of high school, and I was headed off to college, so we pretty much figured we were done. However, about 2 months later, it was March 2020, school was shut down, and Guide Dog sent out an urgent request for baby puppy raisers. So on the first day of online classes, I ditched and instead drove up here to pick up Brooke. Brooke instantly stole our hearts with her full body wiggles and love of cuddles. During an otherwise stressful, tense time, she brought a lot of joy, laughter, and love into our home. As the world reopened, Brooke took everything in stride. She seemingly always has a smile on her face. And although we were only supposed to have Brooke for, quote unquote, a few weeks while school was closed, she ended up sticking around for quite a bit longer. And I'm very grateful that my mom and Aaliyah took Brooke on when I went off to college. You both did a great job. Linda, we're so happy that Brooke has been partnered with you and can't wait to watch your adventures together.
My name is Aaliyah Marks, and Brooke was my first guide dog puppy. I raised her in the height of COVID, and although I was the one training her, I think I learned a lot more from her. She kept me motivated and gave me purpose during a hard time when the world was put on pause. In online school, she was the reason I would go outside and get fresh air. And when in-person school resumed, it was my sophomore year of high school, and we were required to remain 6 feet apart. And Brooke acted as a connection between people and brightened everyone's day. Brooke changed my life in so many ways, and I feel so lucky that she is continuing to do that for Linda. She will always hold a very special place in my heart.
She does obey. Really? Brooke left me on stage. No, she stayed when I told her to stay.
All right, next we have up Brent Gifford. He is receiving his third guide, Bjorn, a male yellow Labrador retriever. He recently moved to Santa Rosa, where he enjoys cooking and baking. He is looking forward to doing more within his community with Bjorn by his side. Bjorn was raised by Kathy Colbath of Carlsbad, California, and Caitlin and Nicola Wright of Bakersfield, California. You're up.
Okie doke. I really would like to thank all the people with the boots on the ground. You get to see this part. And there are hundreds of people behind them that you never see. And they work tirelessly to give us the best guide dog in the world. We all feel like that. And it's a testament to the amount of love, energy, and training that they put into these dogs so that I can have a future. And if you ever want to have a tangible, visible result of your charitable giving, this is the place to do it. You can look anywhere around the world and we have the results. And I really appreciate these couple of weeks we've had. The trainers are just dog people. And I think that's the biggest part of it for me too, is just, I have a future again. Thank you.
My name is Alyssa Berg. I'm going to be speaking on behalf of Bjorn's Razors, who were not able to make it here today. So I will be reading their notes that they sent in. Starting with Kathy Colbath. We wished we could be there for your graduation ceremony. Unfortunately, graduation coincided with our first ever family reunion in Idaho. Bjorn grew up in the seaside town of Carlsbad, California. He is the 7th service dog our family has raised, 3rd out of 3 to become a guide dog. Of all the pups we have raised, Bjorn is by far the most gregarious. Playful in the surf, romping in the snow, or hiking in the desert, Bjorn has always been joyful and confident. He loves people and is sure that the world adores him. On a typical day, Bjorn would race into the house from lounging in the sun on our front courtyard, grab his favorite toy, and bound out to show it off to any neighbor walking by. He was affectionately called the Welcoming Committee by our neighbors. We hope he brings you much love, joy, and independence. We'd love to hear of your adventures together. Love, the Colbath family. The photo is of Bjorn, a male yellow Labrador retriever, and the Colbath's four-year-old nephew walking down the beach together on their way to explore the tide pools. Next is Caitlin and Nicola Wright. Bjorn joined our family in June of 2022, just before his first birthday. He was a bundle of energy, but was always excited to work. One of his favorite things at our home was our pool. Bjorn loved to swim and jump in our pool. Sorry, all the papers. Bjorn was able to join us on hikes, went to school with Caitlin, and even came on a trip from Bakersfield, California to Vancouver, Canada for a family event. He is a special boy, and we knew he would make a fabulous guiding partner. The photo behind is Bjorn, yellow Labrador retriever, lying in grass looking happily up at the camera.
Next, I have Louise Gillis of Sydney, Nova Scotia, who received her first guide, Monk. a male black Labrador retriever. Louise enjoys spending time volunteering with the Canadian Council of the Blind, where she was previously the president. Her hobbies include dragon boating and curling. Louise is looking forward to adventures and independence with Monk at her side. Monk was raised by Shannon Parrish of Carmichael, California.
Thank you to everybody. I'm not going to repeat what the previous people have said, but feelings are mutual. It's such a pleasure to be here. When the opportunity came, it is through my ophthalmologist who said I needed a guide dog. So here we are, followed through with it, but I was unsure how it would work out. But having Monk beside me for the last 2 weeks has really opened up a lot of windows and doors for me. So I'm so pleased, and thank you to you for doing a great job in raising Monk for me. Thank you.
Hi, my name's Shannon Parrish, and along with Kathy Shinneman in the Sacramento Puppy Raisers Club, we raised Monk. And Monk's amazing. He's very well bred. He goes to the theater. He goes to music circus in the summertime. He's used to going out to dinner at Denny's for committee meetings. Very important stuff. He's just used to being out and about. And I can see the two of you are going to take off. This woman stole my heart with the dragon racing. I just think that is so cool. Monk likes the water. He's quite adept at getting full air when he leaps off the edge into the pool. It is impressive. Right now he is staring at our puppy in training, and both are going to get in trouble, aren't they? Yeah. He's a delight to raise. He's a love. He likes to drop and get a belly rub. If you slightly imply that quite possibly you might want to do that, he will be ready. And I love this dog, and he has got a perfect match. I think the two of you, I'm looking forward to the stories.
Thank you. Thank you. All right, last of our clients who are here today, we have Matt Sully of Langley, British Columbia, who is receiving his second guide, Grizzly. Grizzly is a male black Labrador retriever, and Matt recently became a first-time grandpa. That's the first thing he said when he came to class. His current hobby is rebuilding a Model A car. Grizzly was raised by Lindsay Chrisman of Pollock Pines, California, and Carrie and Natalie Marini of El Dorado Hills, California.
I could just make this very quick and say ditto for what everybody else said, but I can't give up the mic that quickly. GDB is an organization that it's a class act right from the top on down. Really interesting when the CEO of the organization comes and has lunch with the group and laughs right along with us. A quick note of my classmates: if you cannot take a ribbing, you're in trouble. We were a tremendous group together. We really developed a lot of really good friendships, which will go on forever. Starting right from the Grizzly. Come on, sit. That's a good boy. Starting with the puppy raisers and the tremendous job they do. I don't know how they can actually give the dog back. I don't know if I could do that, but I'm certainly glad that they do, because without the puppy raisers and all the other volunteers that GDB has, and this organization wouldn't be near the organization that it is. Staff at GDB are all very first class, and my wife is going to have to let my pants out when I get home because the food is outstanding. It's just amazing, and the thing that really amazes me is GDB has no state or federal funding. It's all by donation. And, you know, the number of volunteers, the people that donate, I think you couldn't get a better organization to put money into, and you're getting a tremendous value for your dollar that you're donating. And just on behalf of all of us, the students, I want to thank everybody for coming today. Thank you very much. Bye now.
Hello. So Grizzly was our 10th puppy that we raised. And if you've raised a bunch, you kind of know they're all special in their own way. But certain puppies that you raise, you just know from day one, they're going to be a guide dog. And Grizzly was one of those dogs. We just knew, always. His nickname, in fact, was Good Boy Grizz. But when he was 6 months old, we took him on a vacation down to Palm Springs in the desert, down south. And he came with us I had a family golf competition that my family does every year. And one night while we were on this vacation, we were on our way back to our hotel, and we were making a protected left, and somebody ran a red light, 60 miles an hour, and T-boned us in the car. And Grizzly was in the car with us. And, you know, you can imagine just the deafening noise. The airbags went off, all the glass shattered, the car was pushed some 30 feet out onto oncoming traffic. It was a big thing. And when the car finally came to a stop and we kind of had a second to realize what had happened, there was just smoke pouring out of the air vents, and I thought, oh my God, the car's gonna catch on fire, get Grizzly out of the car. And we didn't know it at the time, but the force of the wreck, the car accident, had actually bent the clip on the tie-down that was on his collar, so we didn't know that he was now loose. And I was in the passenger seat, so my door was completely crushed in. I had to kick it to get it out. I couldn't get out of the car. So my husband got to him first, and he opened the back hatch, thinking that Grizzly was still tied. And poor guy, blind panic, shot out of the car across a busy 6-lane intersection and just down the street. There he was gone. Black lab, 9:30 at night. And my husband has very, very poor vision without his glasses, which had flown off in the car accident. And he just, without a thought, sprinted after Grizzly. No thought for his own safety. I thought, thank God there were no cars. Everybody had come to a stop because of the car accident. He goes chasing after Grizzly, and luckily all the people that had stopped because of the accident got out of their cars, and they all, you know, as a community, helped to find Grizzly. I mean, he was only gone for less than 10 minutes. The ambulance hadn't even gotten there by the time we got Grizzly back, thank God. But call guide dogs, of course, and if you've raised for a while, you know that, you know, they're a huge community. And it was a holiday weekend, and everybody in our club, which was 8 hours away, immediately volunteered to drop everything. We will come and drive 8 hours to come get Grizzly. The leader of the Palm Springs Puppy Club was going to come get him. Guide Dogs was going to fly people down. The entire community was going to rally around and get Grizzly back and take care of him while we were in the hospital. And I thought, for sure, something was going to come of that. In fact, we were in the hospital that night after having been there hours. They admitted me because I was 6 months pregnant, and I had some injuries. And so we were sitting in the hospital that night after everything. We'd kind of come down. It was probably 4 o'clock in the morning. And my husband goes, oh no, we're going to have to keep another dog, aren't we? Grizzly's going to get career change because of this. And we have 2, for context, we have 2 career changes at home. He's like, we're going to have to keep another dog. I don't want another dog. But now you guys have been through this traumatic thing, you've bonded, you're gonna wanna keep this dog. And I said, no, Grizzly is still going to be a guide dog. And I was just so sure of it. I knew that Grizzly was gonna be a guide dog. And so sure enough, we got out of the hospital. He hopped right back into another car 10 minutes after that accident when somebody came to get him without even a thought. He didn't even hesitate to get into another car, never had any ill effects, had no injuries, had no behavioral problems, nothing from this car accident. He rebounded just in an amazing way to where we knew it was just meant to be. Grizzly was meant to be a guide dog for his entire life. And it was so fantastic to learn that he's going to have a little baby in his life, because when we were raising Grizzly, I gave birth to our daughter. And Carrie and Natalie Marini, who were his co-raisers, kept him for 2 months for me to continue, on his raising journey until, baby was sleeping and we could get Grizzly back and finish raising him. And I'm eternally grateful to them for the time that they took him when I was just not getting any sleep and could not dedicate any time to Grizzly whatsoever. But throughout all of that, we just always knew. In fact, when I dropped him off for training, I patted him on the head and said, "I will see you at graduation," because it was just never a thought in my mind that he would do anything else but be a guide dog. So I know that as you go out in your life with Grizzly, there will never be anything in the world that Grizzly can't handle after that car accident.
You got it.
You will always have the most rock-solid dog by your side.
Alrighty, I'll move on to our last graduate of the day. Philip Dimion was served in home, but we are going to recognize him today. Philip is from Wauwatosa, hopefully I said that right, Wisconsin, and he received guide Grateful, a female yellow Labrador Retriever. Grateful was raised by Mike and Jean Masonbach of Brea, California. A note from the raisers. What can we say about this very special puppy? From the day we received her, she was so well behaved and so exceptionally calm. We enjoyed her sweet personality as we reviewed the monthly reports submitted to guide dogs. The consistent word that was used to describe her was calm. Her house behavior amazed us. The entire time she was in her home, she never took an item that was not designated as one of her toys. Another amazing trait was that Grateful always knew how to behave in public settings. Whether she was at a church event, shopping, a restaurant, various excursions, training sessions, or just a walk through the neighborhood, she was attentive to us and always walked as if she knew where she was going. She was a delight to raise, and we are so proud of her. We pray that she will be as much of a blessing to her new person as she was to us. We pray for her, we pay her forward to you, and we know she will continue to be loyal and a wonderful companion. Wishing you good adventures with Miss Grateful. She will always be our baby girl, and we share the knowledge that she is fulfilling her purpose. We want to thank Frank Frand for sponsoring Grateful's harness, and thank you to our Brea Puppy Raising Club. Especially our leaders Gail Meinert, Mari Casanova, and Margaret Prima Verbeck for always being there to encourage us as puppy raisers. Thank you to Devin Warner, our CFR, or PFM now, for her knowledge and confidence that she shows as we raise these precious puppies for a life of service. Grateful is the 9th puppy we have raised, and we are so very grateful for all the support Guide Dogs for the Blind has given us over these years. Most of all, thank you to her new person for loving her as much as we do. May you enjoy your life together, and may your travels be smooth and calm as you navigate the world with Grateful at your side. We've got a couple pictures up here of Grateful. The first image is of Grateful when she was a very young puppy, sitting in her puppy vest, sitting next to a GDB garden flag. Grateful is looking forward attentively. And in the second photo, Grateful is wearing her puppy vest, sitting between her raisers, Mike and Jean, at the foot of a large bronze John Wayne statue in the Orange County Airport. Her raisers are smiling proudly. All right, that is it for the graduation portion with the clients. Next, I'm going to hand the mic over to class supervisor, and I forgot your new title, Melanie Harris.
Thank you. No title necessary, trust me. All right, hello everybody. We would like to do a short demonstration for you, just showing off one of the many ways that we teach all of these wonderful dogs here to be the guide dogs that they are. Here at Guide Dogs, we strive to maximize the use of positive reinforcement in our training. And one of the tools that allows us to do that is something called a clicker. You will be shown this very shortly, but this is a small handheld device that when you push the button, makes a very sharp, distinct click sound. We start off teaching the dogs and pairing that sound with a piece of kibble or a food reward, and they very, very quickly learn click equals food. Therefore, they want to offer that behavior again to earn another click and another reward. It all happens very, very quickly. We then move on and start using this pretty much in all areas of their training, whether they are stopping for a curb, moving into a sit or a down position, using the clicker, pairing it with food. Again, they're more likely to repeat and offer those behaviors to us. Okay? We use it a lot for what we call back chaining, or teaching a dog to target something. So for our demonstration purposes today, we will be having a dog target a chair for their handler to sit in, and we are using a technique called back chaining. This means the handler will start at the target itself and will slowly increase the distance to which they are approaching and working to that chair. To help me with this, I would like to welcome up Marissa Garcia, one of our staff, our RA, and her guide dog, Jim. All right, I am fetching our chair that I have placed next to me in the middle of the room, facing our audience. So Marissa, around her wrist, has a clicker, and she is going to start off doing what we call hand targeting with Jim. So she's going to put out her hand in a fist. Jim moves forward and touches her fist with his nose. And when that happens, Marissa is clicking and giving the earned food reward, along with praise, of course. Good. So now that he's done that responsibly, we're moving on and showing him the chair is actually the target that we are desiring. So she's using that same hand target, but now she's putting her fist right on the edge of the chair so that he gets used to approaching it for the reward. Once he shows that understanding, you can see she starts to increase the distance. So she's just moved 1 or 2 steps away, and she's having him approach the chair. Once she locates it, click, feed, praise. And this repeats itself, and you slowly increase the distance to which the dog is approaching to earn that food reward. And you can tell Jim is all about this. His tail is wagging. He just can't wait to get back to that chair every time. So one of the last steps that we do is actually giving this a name. So we don't start naming a behavior until the dog is reliably performing it. So now Marissa can ask for her cue, which is find the chair, and Jim is continuing to do this behavior that he has been practicing. All right, are we ready for our grand finale? All right. So Marissa is going to go all the way to the doors on the side of the room, so quite a long distance away from the chair. And then once she comes through those doors, she'll be giving that verbal cue, find the chair. Here he comes in a nice eager trot. Find that chair, a click. Woohoo, good boy, Jim. And now, yeah, definitely a round of applause. And since Jim worked so hard to find that chair for Marissa, the ultimate reward is that she is sitting there for a moment to make all that hard work worth it. Well done, guys. Thank you. Okay, that is our dog training demonstration for today. I'm going to hand the microphone back to Arlene for some brief closing comments.
Hello. Let's give another applause to the 7 clients today. Our 2 Canine buddies and the 5 guide dog teams. Good. Congratulations, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us today. If you're interested in volunteering, joining our staff, or know anyone who would benefit from our services, please visit guidedogs.com. If you'd like to make a donation to support our mission, please text to donate. Please text graduation to 50155. For viewers at home, we hope to see you soon. Please, for the guest here today, please join us for some refreshments. Next door, we'll have these doors open off to the side. Our gift shop, which is located at the top of campus, is also open for those who are interested in checking out our array of clothes, gifts, and dog toys. If you're interested in learning more about our mission, Executive Staff Karen Woon will be here in the assembly room for the next 20 minutes to answer any questions if you may have them. And thank you again for everybody joining us.
God, you look so beautiful. Thank you so much.